Hey everyone, Corey Walen, managing partner, Bridgemark Strategies, firm that's helped thousands of financial advisors objectively explore the broker-dealer and RIA marketplace and help them find the firm with the right combination of feel, fit, and financials for them and their business. I was working with one of my clients the other day. They were looking at leaving a big box W-2 firm, and he asked me a question. He said, Corey, I keep hearing that the RIA world's compliance is just so much easier. There's so much less red tape. Number one, I just wanted to know if this is true. And number two, why is that? What's those reasons? And after I told him that, he recommended that I do this video actually, because a lot of advisors might have the same question. So in short, yes, making a move to the RIA side as a broad assumption, you're going to get rid of a lot of limitations, a lot of compliance red tape. It's one of the biggest parts and benefits of making a move to the RIA side. But what's the specific reason? And before I answer that, it's really important just to understand that if you're doing fee-based business as a financial advisor right now, regardless of which firm you work for, whether you're at Edward Jones or a Morgan Stanley, a Merrill Lynch, or you're part of a big independent broker dealer, you're already part of an RIA. You're an investment advisor representative of your firm's RIA, which basically means if you're unhappy with your firm's compliance right now, that should tell you that it's not just making a move to an RIA alone that makes compliance easier. So before we get started and I answer the question, it's just important to understand that an RIA is literally just a piece of paper that you are filing with the SEC. When you open up an RIA or a firm opens up an RIA, they're filing something called an ADV. And that basically tells the SEC about the advisors inside of your firm, what you're charging, and the services that you're providing. And the big difference in compliance with all of these firms is going to be that every single legal team out there in the industry is going to interpret the rules of FINRA, if there's a broker-dealer attached to the RIA, or the SEC completely differently. With the SEC, you're basically allowed to do whatever you want with clients as long as it's within reason and it's disclosed. You can pay bills for clients. You could invest in their businesses. You can advertise the performance of the returns of your model portfolios. You can build a hedge fund alongside your retail business. But all firms are going to have different interpretations of these rules, and they're going to have a different comfort level on supervising them across 100, 1,000, 20,000 financial advisors. They're also going to have different comfort levels just based on the skill level of the financial advisors inside of their organization. So if you're part of an organization where, they're changing and training industry changers to be successful financial advisors versus where every person in the organization is already an experienced advisor that has stayed out of trouble over the years, there's going to be two completely different compliance experience there. Typically, firms that have big national brands are going to have some of the most conservative compliance policies because obviously they have a brand to protect. So as a rule of thumb, typically the smaller firm where the lowest common denominator advisor most closely represents what you're trying to do as a financial advisor is where you're going to find the most flexible compliance. Obviously, there's exceptions to every rule, but I would say that's a really solid rule of thumb. So it's really important to ask the right questions to determine which firm is going to be the right fit for you. It's not just that a RIA is flexible. It's the types of financial advisors that are inside of it. It's the size. There's a lot of other things that come in to make sure that you're going to have a really positive compliance experience. Opening up your own RIA is a perfect example. If you're running your own compliance for just you and your business partner, that's a whole lot easier to track from a compliance standpoint than plugging into an organization that has 10,000 financial advisors. Once again, plugging into an RIA that has 100 financial advisors that are just like you is going to be a much more flexible experience than being part of, a really large 10,000 financial advisor firm. And then also, third, there's plenty of independent broker dealers out there where, a W-2 financial advisor will break away and they can accomplish 90% of the things that they're trying to accomplish as well. So depending on what you're trying to do with clients, an independent broker dealer can be a perfect fit and give you the compliance latitude that you're looking for. But the further that you're going out on the spectrum and doing out of the box things or wanting to offer out of the box products for your clients, the RIA is a place that can really make sense. If you're considering a move, make sure you have a conversation with someone that truly understands the landscape. We could really help this process be so much easier for you. We work with all the top broker dealers, independent broker dealers and RIAs in the industry, and can really just help you weigh all the pros and cons, and based off what you're trying to accomplish, just point you in the right direction instead of, just walking around in the dark trying to find the right firm. I really hope that this helped. My contact information is all over my YouTube page and my podcast. And if you want to contact me as well, my website is CoreyWalen.com. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day.